Here's a quick update on the swap. As soon as the subframe came out, I couldn't wait any longer to put it into to plan. I just have to see it inside tonight, so I did it. I dropped the car on top of the transmission and the engine with my little cradle, I guess. It worked properly as I planned it. So right now it's in there. I think it needs to go down about another inch or so. But the problem is inside the shifter. It's kind of hitting the inside circular piece from the stock shifter location. So tomorrow or the next day, whatever, so I'm gonna have to remove those and I have to trim it, cut it out to give it a little more room, because the transmission, the shifter is about, I would say, an inch to an inch and a half forward. Yeah, so I have to get a GTO shifter, which is gonna relocate the shifter about an inch backward, so it should be right in about the stock location. So right now it's really hard to figure out where exactly the engine gonna sit. It seemed like I have ton of room on the transmission tunnel. I'm not hitting anything yet that I know of, but we'll see when I drop another inch. So it might hit, it might not. So another thing is, like, the transmission mount from LOJ, it basically have a slider on the bolt hole, so you can move it back and forth. Not much, but they don't tell you a fixed place to put it, because I guess the mount is universal to T56 and whatever transmission you're running, so you can able to move it back and forth. So right now, without a dry shaft, I don't know where exactly it's gonna go, we're gonna sit. So I think the next thing I have to get is the dry shaft, so I can connect it to the differential and to the transmission, so I can know exactly where I'm gonna put the mount and I'm gonna bolt it down. Then once that go in, then I'm just gonna go ahead and put the transmission mount on. I'm gonna try to put the subframe back on, so I can just kind of like know where exactly everything should line up. When I remove the subframe, I know the rubber bushing here, one of the side is completely busted. So yeah, I'm gonna get 2 new boot and replace that. And if you guys are doing, anybody doing a using the stock power steering, I mean the LS power steering pump, here's a thing you can do. A lot of people I've seen, they're using the 300ZX power steering pump with the LOJ bracket and all kind of stuff, but it's sitting right in front of the engine and it's really ugly, and it's depending on the setup you run. It might not work. So here's a solution. If you wanted to run a LS GM power steering, or which I have is a Holly, It's pretty much identical, the way it's set up. So the stock had a banjo bolt for the high pressure and the low pressure. The high pressure is, I believe, is the bottom one. This one, or maybe the top one. So so what you do is, I got this. It's a M14 to 6AN, kind of like adapter where you get rid of the banjo bolt. I got this from Chase Bay. So this is a M14 to 6AN, and this one is a little bigger. This one is I think the bigger one is a low pressure. So this one is an M16 to 6AN. So what it is an aluminum piece. On the other end, it have an O-ring. So when you torque this down, it's kind of seal it inner on the inside. So then you just run a 6AN to the power steering pump. So you run this to the high. Since I am running in the Harley, you have a 6AN for the see that's still a little silver piece in the bottom. That's a 6AN. That's a I think that's an inlet. So that's a high pressure. So we're gonna run to here, and for the hose, you have to get a high pressure hose for the high pressure size. So I got this on eBay, and it's a lot cheaper than what Evo J run would run. So this is a 6AN to 6AN braided high pressure hose. So this on eBay, and the brand is there's a part number, and you can get them at like 2 feet, 3 feet, whatever, and it's like 20 something to $30 for the low pressure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make my own line with a fuel line, just a standard 6AN fitting hose. So it's gonna go here, and then the other one just gonna go to the low pressure. The low is basically, the other one is a return. The low is I think it's a return. You see the adapter there. You could use a clamp like the factory, but I got this adapter from ITC. There's another website that's selling this piece. It basically convert your stock slip-on clamp fitting to a fitting that come out to an AN, and you can only find this in two places. One of the place on online, they want $50 for that damn little pieces right there, that little adapter. So I got this from ICT, and it's half the price, but it's still $25 for that just one adapter piece. So I wanted to run everything AN, so that definitely helped, because I can just run straight from that to the low pressure here. Then that's pretty much it on it. I have the low pressure in the house. I haven't installed it yet, because I was waiting for the subframe to come out, and I just do everything out here to make it much easier. So what it is like, this is from Chase Bay. They designed these for S13 350Z. So the S13 and the 300ZX share a lot of part, especially size on the fitting, especially for bolt and sizes and stuff. Yeah, so this one, if you look on Chase Bay, it is for a 240. The low and the high, they are pretty much from the 240, but they will fit 300 and 350Z, G35, all Nissan stuff. And it's made out of aluminum. So when you torque this down, chances you won't crack anything, so definitely get the aluminum from Chase Bay. It's also have, like I said, the O-ring in the bottom, just to when you torque it down, it's sealed. What else? Yeah, I think that's yeah. So I'm not gonna run a straight line to here, because the angle, as you can see, the factory, they have this, see, like this, how they do it, it's like a 90. This one is also the stock hose, the hard line came at an angle, so I got some 6AN 90-degree fitting, so I'm gonna put it on here, and I'm gonna angle it to whatever convenient for the line to go up to the pump. Yeah, so I got two of the fitting 90-degree, so I can put them at whatever angle convenient for me to go up to the pump. So if you want to run your stock LS power steering pump or Holley, just get this two fitting to convert the line into AN line, then you can run it to the pump. And so far, like, it's in there, but like I say, I just couldn't wait. I was so impatient. I just want to see it sitting in there. It's been exactly a year since I started this project, and to get this far is the feeling is kind of amazing. Just to see the engine in here, I couldn't believe how much room this V8 have versus the stock twin turbo, where I couldn't even fit my hand anywhere, or I can't even see the ground. So that's a quick update for the swap. So probably the next video, I'm gonna have the jaw shaft installed and the engine mount, subframe back on, and it's probably gonna sit like that. Then I'm gonna start doing all the fuel line, all the electric, and everything I could before I can save up enough to get a supercharger. So I'm gonna do everything. Then once I can get the supercharger, it's just basically gonna slap on and we're good to go. So that's a quick update right there.